Kingfisher Foundry Log, Mammon's Gulch. Comments, Harold Black. Original author, Delacroix. Oil Reinvigoration Ritual Number 14, Observer Delacroix. Changelog. Iron plug casings have been strengthened to better bear the forces. Subjects are compressed and forged from the neck down, and only after being fed tokens. Convinced the boss this was more humane. Ingesting the bounties puts them into a trance. Bore depth 700 feet, 3 tokens. Elwraith right 9. Bandit 1 ignited. His tooth, a gold-capped incisor, shot out of the bore shaft. Buried itself in my arm. Had to dig it out myself. Then, boss confiscated it for the gold. Bore depth 984 feet, 4 tokens. Eyeless Navigator right 2. Bandit 2 begged for us to take care of his grandma out on some prairie. Had to be sedated. Flesh bulged with enough pressure to break his casing, clogging the shaft. Had to re-bore the shaft to unclog it. Bore depth 0 feet, 0 tokens. God's grace. Bandit 3 convinced me over. He had a PLSS contract from the government on him. Last 2 subjects weren't bandits either. They were cartographers. Boss lied big time. I can't keep contorting innocent people and holding that guilt in me. Bore depth 1,325 feet, 6 tokens. Finch's Lullaby right 1. I won't abide threats and slander. I relieved Delacroix of his station by feeding him the final tokens before encasing him in the plug. His casing struck brimstone. The reinvigoration worked at last. It turned the clay into treasure. Oil spewed out every derrick, but something crawled back out. Dripping lava. It's a miracle the oil pools didn't catch fire. Deduced methodology. I believe subjects ingested between 3 to 6 bounty tokens each. Rituals were performed. Subjects were contorted into iron plugs which were dropped down boreholes of various depths. Seems as though spontaneous combustion and physiological metamorphosis resulted. I'm unsure as to what crawled back out the bore shaft. Could it be the same thing that set fire outside the foundry and then stalked me through the tall firs?
Hello. Puppet Theater Script, Act 2, found behind stage curtains, back alley theater. Bee and Pig reveled in this devastated land. Cold machines ripped precious ores from the soil. Pipes sprayed black earth into the air. The mountains watched over the trenches and scars of the Great Gulch, with no interest in those who suffered within it. The pair were well versed in executing monsters. Their carnage was strange, for they worshipped the master of these many diseased puppets. Pigs squealed in the oil fires. Bee prayed to hives. With their senses sharp, they traced the hand of their puppet master to Grisly Lodge. Sickness and evil gusted from its chimney like it was an ancient wound, a place of miraculous birth. Inside were the lower halves of men kneeling in a circle, killed by some unknown monstrosity. Bundles of sage at their waists, and Bee and Pig burned them to cleanse the air. In the cellar was a pit dressed for rituals. Barrels had been hoarded, mounded, and blessed. There was a stench of tokens. Bee and Pig fell to their knees, and the traveler traced every symbol of salvation he knew.